Hey there! Have you been wondering how can you truly get down your niche market? Well, in this video, I might be playing contrarian with you and I might convince you that maybe you don't need to claim a niche just yet. I'm Jessica Campos with marketingforgreatness.com, the recovered attorney that turned herself into a forensic digital marketer. And now I help entrepreneurs and marketing teams to build their brands and monetize it. So let's dive in. All right, so niche marketing. First, let me just tell you, I wrote a book, Your Social Visibility Blueprint. That pink book that you see behind me has a whole chapter on why niche marketing matters and when, which is to me the most important factor, when is it appropriate to launch a niche marketing campaign. And that's the first thing that I want to cover with you. And this is why I said, maybe you don't need your niche marketing campaign just yet. Niche market and niche marketing are actually tactics that can help brands to establish a space in an industry or a space in a pie that you're trying to target. They say that it's going to be easier if people can remember you for just one thing and they can talk about it. But here's the thing. For entrepreneurs, especially for service-based professionals who can offer a huge variety of services, it seems like establishing a niche in just one can be a little bit more difficult. So I want to cover that objection first and offer you a possible solution and see if that works for you. When you're a service-based professional and maybe you're trying to launch a course, you want to establish yourself as a leader, you want to have an online business model other than you selling your time, I can understand why you are so confused because there's many things that you can say that you do. So instead of just touching the what and the services, when it comes to creating the big picture of your brand, the first thing that we need to figure out is how do you want people to perceive you? Remember, or maybe you don't know this yet, but the concept of brand has to do with how people define you, what people say about you when you are not there. So your first task to market yourself is to market your brand. And claiming that identity is crucial, even more than claiming your niche. So I have an exercise that I talk about it on my book. And in that exercise, essentially, I ask two questions. The number one question is, if I didn't know you and you're telling me everything that I need to know about you and you only have about 2 minutes, think about what would you tell me about you? And try to come up at your home or wherever you are, try to come up with 3 things that you think that are very, very important that people should know about you. Now, based on those 3 things, and I'm going to tell you one example in my case, I want you to know that I am a lawyer, that I have, a lawyer degree with a business background, and I turned myself into a digital marketing consultant. So to me, it's important for you to know that. The second thing that I need you to know is that I come from the Caribbean, and that energy is there in my genes, and I cannot turn that off. It's important for me to let you know that because if this is an energy that is not comfortable for you, you might not be attracted to working with me ever. So I need to tell you that I'm not faking this. I mean, this is it. The third thing that I need you to know is actually that I treasure being a mom, having a family, and I'm very proud of the many challenges that I have to overcome in my life to be where I am today. And it's important for me to let you know that because I get you. If you're trying to lift yourself from the rock bottom and you want to hit rock star, I get you. So the same thing I want you to express about yourself. Again, if I didn't know you and I ask you, tell me about you, think about those 3 things that you want people to know about you. Then the second part of this exercise is, then now that you know the 3 things, who do you think that will appreciate those values that you have, those qualities that make you so unique? Because, if we just go and take you to compete with other people who do the same thing that you do, that really is not going to make sense. Remember, people buy you because of why you're doing the way that your business, right? So if I take you to compete with people that do the same thing that you do, it will not make sense. The reality is that you don't compete with what you do. You truly compete in your identity. You're going to attract people to you first, and then secondary to your offer. This is why I say that today, if you are trying to establish your brand and position yourself into a marketplace, you don't need to claim a niche yet. We first need to identify that identity, those qualities that bring you that uniqueness, that will shine the light and that will make you comfortable in promoting yourself, which is actually not something that is so easy, right? So now that you know that I don't want you to be compromised on your niche and mix that up with your identity. Your identity is about those qualities that are going to help you attracting the right people to the community that you're building, whether that is a new Instagram account or a new YouTube channel, a new Facebook group. You truly want to establish that rapport with a group of people that will be your ambassadors, right? So now that we know that, let's then come up with another plan to launch your message using niche marketing strategy. This is definitely where I feel like people get confused, because yes, you will be applying niche marketing strategies when you're launching a new business or relaunching something new, but it has nothing to do with your identity. What I want you is to think about how can you get people to maybe get to know a little bit more by you adding value in their lives. Have you heard the word freebie? Of course you have. So when it comes to generating your freebie, now it's when you're going to think deeper into what is one thing that you can give your audience that they need so much. And that is going to help you to generate your lead generation strategy and really test if these are the people that you feel comfortable working with. Because let me tell you, I got a question from one of the group members that said, how long did it take you to figure out your niche? Well, here's the thing. I have been working online, building audiences for 12 years. And if you ask me if I have narrowed down my niche, no, I don't have that yet. I have done many niche marketing campaigns, but if you go to my website, you will see a general offer, a general, position. And actually that changes because we do SEO and we follow the trends and we try to be established and positioned in front of people who we know that want to work with us. So allow yourself to be flexible with that niche that you so much want to establish. Everything that I just told you had to do with service-based professionals. If you actually have an e-commerce business, you probably will hear a different conversation, because when it comes to e-commerce, your conversions are going to happen based on a transactional decision that you're targeting. So all of these things that you hear that online marketers talk about might not be applicable because your sales cycle is different. And this is where things get a little bit more confused. One of the things that we do is that I have my personal brand, we offer services, we have an agency, and I also have products, right? So how exactly does that work? We have different ecosystems for each of the brands. And I wanted to share this with you because maybe this is something that you aspire to develop, but Rome was not made in 1 week. So again, I just wanted to kind of give you a landscape of how does it look like and where niche marketing is going to be relevant and why maybe what you think that you need is not what you need first if you want to establish yourself in a marketplace. I do have one gift for you, which is my new guide on how to build brand authority. This guide is going to be awesome for those of you who are service-based professionals and you don't want to compete in price, you want to work with ideal clients, and you feel like a little bit allergic to all of this noise that, from online marketers that tell you, oh, you should do advertising, you should do webinars, blah, blah, blah. you can cut the noise and you can find a pathway where you can claim that authority, work with ideal clients, and even work your way up to attract enterprise level clients. This is a strategy that you can follow to have a B2C approach and a B2B approach at the same time. If this sounds like music to your ears, then go ahead and click the link below and download that guide. Then when you sign up, you're going to see a series of emails from me that will take you to really establish that authority in a way that you maybe could not even think on your own. So any questions that you have, guys, remember, leave those in comments, subscribe, hit like, share, because that's the best way that YouTube can understand that we are here. Now, bye for now.